we'll just go ahead and hit it. Hi guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Flippercorn Production Comic Talk. And today we're doing a little thing that's been debated about on the internet for a little while. Superman versus Saitama or One Punch Man.
I, for one thing, Saitama did tremendous. I think he can actually beat Superman.
Here's the thing. Superman is punched dimensions apart.
Okay. So, what?
I'm just having a hard time believing that One Punch Man could kill Superman when Superman punches a dimension apart.
That's the whole premise of his show. Is he can kill anybody with one punch.
But Superman has no limit to his strength.
And we don't know the limits of Saitama's strength either.
Well, his limits, apparently, according to like how it's set up, his limits are above that of who he's facing. So the real question is, can he go above infinite strength? Because you can't. You just can't. They're equals.
So they cancel each other out.
Yeah. I mean,
They beat each other to a pulp and cancel out. But you know what? To be honest, I'm not a person for villains. But you know, it really is. You know, it really just makes you feel good when you can just see somebody who's up there get their butt kicked around, like Captain America. Ooh, Captain America and Superman. They don't like it when you just get the upper hand of them. They really don't. I like to see them get beat up a lot. It makes me feel better. It does.
Here's another thing. Also, we're not just gonna. That was our main point. This is kind of short. We're doing a little test of this. If you like this, we'll do some more. But we're just gonna kind of give you some off the bat things here. Wolverine's claws.
What about
Here's the thing. First off, I have a problem with them.
Why?
You can go watch Because of Science because of this, but I've had this problem before, and there's an actual video on YouTube that explains this. Density of metal has nothing to do with how much it can cut. It's the force behind it and the surface area. Therefore, just because his claws are made of the hardest substance on Earth does not necessarily mean he can cut through anything. He would have to have the sharpest claws on Earth, like the sharpest you can get, basically cut molecules apart, and be able to swing super hard to cut anything.
Well, isn't it adamantium?
The strength of it has nothing to do with a blade's cutting.
Well, you're right. You're right. I'm not even gonna argue with that because I really can't.
Also, they did a video about this too, and me and my dad talked about this at length one time. His arm, the blades in his arms are impractical. They did a video about this. Here's the thing. You can't have Wolverine's claws at the length that they are, because they come out about this far. So you put it in, it's going to either be in your wrist and you're not going to be able to move your wrist, or it's going to be in your arm and you're not going to be able to move your arm. You're going to be walking around like this. You're going to be walking around like a zombie.
Well, think about this.
Zombie Wolverine. Dude, Zombie Wolverine, is he like an infinite food source for zombies?
I think it goes like this. I mean, you know how Quicksilver usually works? I think it has that effect. Maybe it's like in his bloodstream, and then when he chooses to, he can release it, and it hardens when it gets to the surface outside of his skin.
No, because that's not how adamantium works.
Well, how does it work?
It's a metal. It's like a hard metal. It's the hardest substance on Earth.
So you can't liquefy it.
And also it's bone.
Bone?
Yeah, it's bone.
So have Wolverine and the Hulk fought before?
Yes, they have. Wolverine cut Hulk open. And here's the interest. I think it was Wolverine. Was it the Wolverine or was it Swordsman? Because Swordsman has an adamantium sword. I can't remember. Anyways, he gets cut open at the stomach, and he's like holding his stomach closed, Hulk is, so he doesn't bleed out, right?
Yeah.
And it heals like pretty quick, and his arm is like grown into his stomach. So what does Hulk do to solve this problem? Just rips his arm out of his own stomach.
Why?
'Cause it's Hulk, man.
So, if Hulk and Superman fought, would it be epic or would it just be like boner kill?
Here's the thing. It's also like Superman and Saitama, because Hulk has no limit to his strength. So here's the real question: who could survive? Because it would basically destroy the universe if they started fighting.
Well, see, Saitama doesn't need the power of the sun to charge him.
But could Saitama, or Saitama, however you pronounce it, could he survive the destruction of the universe? If their punches came into contact, we know Superman can because he's destroyed a universe before punching it and survived. We've never seen Saitama survive the destruction of the universe. Particles and atoms blowing up like a nuclear bomb, every single one in the universe. Could he survive that?
He probably wouldn't even need to survive that. He's actually punched someone through time. So, I mean, would that punch just send him back in time or forward in time past that?
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, how does it work?
I mean, it depends on your thoughts of how the dimension. Like, okay, so if they punch, would they reset? Would they reset the universe? Also, is a question.
Does
Are
the
we going
universe
by?
even have
Are
a
we
reset
going by
button?
expansion particles in the universe when you hit them so hard that they expand? Which is a proven fact. That does happen. You can cause expansion particles or whatever they're called. I can't remember exactly the scientific term, but would it expand so far upon itself that it explodes and then cause a black hole and cause it to collapse back in on itself and reset?
Question,
You know?
side question. What makes 4D a black hole?
What?
What makes 4D a black hole? You don't know?
What do you mean, 4 dimensions?
Yeah. What makes it a black hole? People say that's the last stop when you go to dimensions when you have 3D and then 4D is a black hole.
I don't know.
No.
I'm a biologist, not
You're a biologist.
a...
Look, I just work in the oil industry, so I don't know this. I'm just...
Technically, I'm not a biologist yet, but...
I am a certified oil producer, so I know about that. But other than that, I can't tell you that. I can tell you how the molecules separate in oil.
I can tell you how to concentrate pea glue. I've done that on here before.
No, but you can't open anything.
Also can't heat stuff up in the microwave.
You cannot. You can't function in a microwave. That's bad.
So what do you guys think about our little setup here? I mean, we plan to add some more to it as well.
Nerd. 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 I don't even like Doctor Who like that. I do. I'm just lying. But not as much as Star Trek. I love Star Trek.
I do love some Star Trek. But no, I mean, we got a little decent setup here. I also got some other things, some other cups for if we have guests. But we got the Dragon Ball Z mug, which is what he's probably going to usually drink out of because he's a big Dragon Ball Z fan.
Of course.
We got some Walking Dead representing here. This is Herschel.
I don't get why Herschel is so old.
I think this is Herschel. And the Governor. We got Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku right here. And we got my Nightwing mug because I love Nightwing. Nightwing's my guy.
How's that shit Super Saiyan God? Yeah, basically. Okay. So, sir, do your thing.
So, if you guys like this, we'll put a little bit more effort into the next one. We'll probably write down some stuff, figure out some things, have a debate, an actual debate. But, basically, that's kind of what this thing's going to be about.
Yeah.
So, be you every single day, every single way. Bye, guys.